Video games are supposed to be fun, I think. And if a game is successful, it'll get a sequel, right? And then it'll turn into a franchise. That's how it goes, right? Well, sometimes the developers or publishers of a series will get so far off the path of what made them successful, it kind of feels like a slap in the face to the gamer, the people who made the game popular in the first place. Welcome to the page. Welcome to the top 3 series. Today, we're going to cheat. We're going to cut to the front of the line, and we're going to go over 3 games that were they were absolute insults to their fans. You got slapped in the face. You let me know which of these insulted you the most. Drop a like, make sure you have those notifications turned on, and here we go. Banjo Kazooie, nuts and bolts. Now, Banjo is one of the most beloved franchises from the N64 days, so you can imagine how excited people were for the 3rd installment. Nuts and Bolts started out as a remake of the first game for the 360, but somewhere down the line, somewhere in translation, it turned into a vehicle construction game. Now, early promo material made the game look like it was going to be a 3rd true Banjo game, but then, when everybody saw reality, people were pissed. Nuts and Bolts isn't a bad game on its own, but it was not what fans wanted, and it was such a massive tease of what could have been. We're now in 2020 and still waiting on the actual 3rd Banjo Kazooie game. At number 2, Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Now, Ghost Recon has gone through a lot of changes throughout the years, but it was arguably the biggest and least welcomed here. Ghost Recon started as a tactical shooter franchise, and then with Ghost Recon Wildlands, Ubisoft started transitioning to an open-world game. But with Breakpoint, well, it was not only an open-world game, but it was also a light looter shooter like The Division. Ghost Recon Breakpoint was filled with bugs upon launch day, and the gameplay was nothing like what people will remember from Ghost Recon, but perhaps the worst part of it was the fact that it was pay to win. I mean, through the use of time savers that you could buy for real money and get the best gear before everybody else. Now, Breakpoint was ripped apart by critics and fans, and it led to Ubisoft completely reworking their strategies going forward. And at number 1, Wolfenstein Youngblood. The rebooted series has been good. First game was great, second game was decent, and there was also a spinoff called The Old Blood that was super underrated. But the latest game in the series was Youngblood, which was actually put the future of the series into question because of how terribly it performed both critically and financially. As opposed to being a solid single-player shooter like the rest, it was a grindy, non-linear co-op FPS starring 2 irritating protagonists and a whole bunch of bad levels with extreme bullet sponge enemies. The new Wolfenstein series has been all about player choice during combat. You can go in guns blazing, play stealthy, you can take it however you want. Youngblood abandoned all of that, and it was just... it was visually great, but the combat felt terrible, and it was filled with bugs that kept you from getting very far regardless. It was a huge slap in the face to fans of this series, and if Bethesda decides to go forward with a Part 3, they need to bring back the old formula. And there you have it. Those are games that just pop right in the face. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you soon.